Right, let's fucking go. Two streams for you tonight, Down. Two. Two streams for you tonight, Down. Two. Well, hello. So, as you can see there, 62 hours I've played this save for. This was one of the games that I was playing when I lost all of my saves because my PlayStation corrupted. So I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey before, and I got 34 hours into it, and I needed to replay it all again. So 62 plus 34, so I've played this game for 96 hours, which is quite a bit. It's quite a bit, yeah. Let's go. I lost 34 hours of this, and I lost 25 hours of Red Dead Redemption 2, which was fucking heartbreaking. Fucking heartbreaking. I lost it all on a Sunday. Like Forrest Gump. I lost it all on a Sunday. And I literally spent the entire weekend, Friday to Sunday, playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And I lost it all in the same weekend. Fucking atrocious. It was a real bad weekend for my mental health. It was really bad, and I just had to be like, right, we're doing it all again. We're doing it all again the next weekend. When I went to Norway that November, because in Norway nothing really happens after 4 p.m. because it gets dark at like 3:30, 4:45. So you just kind of have to like either go drinking, which I didn't really want to do on my own in a really expensive place, or just like sit inside. So like I would go have dinner and then just like have the evening in the apartment and just sit there and just play Red Dead Redemption because I brought my PS4 with me, which is really fucking great. It's really great. I'll probably do that when I go to Iceland. I'll probably bring the PS4 with me as well, because that will be the week after Death Stranding comes out. So I'll probably have the PS4 then.
Return to me, Alicia.
Here we go. I don't know any of the buttons because I have not played this in a while. But so this game is excellent. You were saying about, is it shit like one of the other ones? No. This game is actually one of my favorite games, I would say, of all time. I don't often play games for 92 hours, you know, and Red Dead Redemption 2 I think is a 10 out of 10. So that's obviously an exception where I would play it again. And this is another one that's just is amazing. It's like, and it's not just like amazing because it's really big and there's loads to do. The main story in it is just wonderful. It's a really great character-driven game compared to like a lot of the other ones that have come after the Ezio stuff. which really focus on like the setting. You know, like Assassin's Creed 3 was very focused on like revolutionary America, and the same with Unity was very focused on like revolutionary Paris. Whereas this is very much like it's about the world, but it's also about the main character, which I really like as well. Her story is really good. And the side quests as well are great too. And I think that they must have got like a really good like writer, or like a whole team of writers to do the side quests, because like it's pretty much an RPG, and they're better than like most RPG side quests, which are usually just like go here and get this or whatever. There was a really fun one where it was basically like a take on like the story of Oedipus. So there was a guy who locked himself in a cage because he was afraid that he was going to kill his father and fuck his mom. And then it turned out that you, like, because of the quest that you have to do, you end up killing his mom and you end up fucking his father, which is really funny. I think that's hilarious. And then he goes mad. He's like, no! Why has this happened? I locked myself up so this wouldn't happen. And my mom's dead and you fucked my dad. Oh, shit. It's really funny. Okay, we'll do this little blue quest down here. Let's go see what this is about. And I've been to some of these places now. I had been to Greece before, so I went to Athens in 2017. But now I've been to Greece again, and I've been to Athens again. I went to Delphi, which is up here somewhere. Went to Delphi, and then I also went to Mykonos, which is over here. And I also Mykonos is here. Sorry, it says Mykonos in big letters. So I went to Mykonos, and I also went to Delos, which is not as big as this. Delos is not as big as this in real life. It is very small, and it's more like over here. Maybe that's supposed to be Delos, but Delos doesn't look like this. It's not as big, and there's not a lot on Delos. People don't live there, and it's only a tourist attraction, and you get the boat to there. And that was one of the most terrifying boat rides in my entire life, because it was like the boat was like almost going vertical. Like it was pretty scary. So there we go. Okay, let's do this quest and see what this is all about.
I thought I'd never get out. Hey, let me out of here.
What happened to this camp?
Oh, there he is.
You know,
Barnabas.
I see why you like going on these quests. The bandits don't even put up a fight. And there's wine. Taste it.
That's me tonight with the wine.
Finally come to see a master at work, Varnavas?
That's lotus flower wine. The bandits are drugged.
I don't feel so good.
Can't remember the buttons. Okay, it's R1. R1 is attack. I can do this. I can do this to no one. There we go. Okay, that's dodge. That's... It is a big stick. It's a spear. Okay, there we go. I know how to use the buttons more now. You can do this is Sparta kick, which is good. Booting people off ledges and stuff. That's fun. They also added a really good feature in this where you can unlock a skill where when you jump off any height, you don't lose any health, which is like obviously amazing because the controls are not the best, and so sometimes you will just jump off rocks or buildings by accident. But it also just feels really fun. It's like, it's great. Just, oh, we're on top of the Acropolis. Just fucking jump off. Class. There we go. Dead. Die wolf. Not dire wolf. Not to be confused with that. I can put this guy off. Oh no. Wrong angle. Wrong angle. So I can do that. There we go. He's dead now. That's good.
That's my dear leader.
That's his dear leader. This Prosecco's nice. This is really nice.
Come on, old man. Let's get you home.
Very good. Very impressed with that. Okay, we're gonna take Barnabas home. He's got one eye. And he's the same voice as the guy that played Cesare in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And he's probably a few other voice actors as well. I think he plays one of the Patsy guys from Assassin's Creed 2 as well. Tell me what you saw.
You said the name Lida.
The gods showed her to me.
Lida.
Lida,
Do you know the poem Lida and the Swan?
You're married?
I thought I'd lost her a long time ago.
She was Greek.
I saw her in my vision. She's alive. We just have to find her.
Which is a poem about Zeus being a swan and fucking the lady called
I'll help you
Lida.
find her, but a vision isn't
No, you're not familiar with the poem Lida and the Swan.
Cave.
Rapes
Fed a cyclops. But
slash seduces.
with a witch.
It's a pretty famous poem.
Then we're singing like a
Done in lots of versions by lots of different people. I feel like Seamus Heaney probably did a version of it. I would imagine. He's big into his Greek myths for modern analogies.
about this vision of the Cyclops.
Right. Zeus and Poseidon took my hand and led me deep into the heart of the caves of Anafi. There, I saw Leda feeding a young Cyclops.
So Lida was drinking wine with a witch?
She herself showed me. The witch and Leda were dear friends, drinking wine together well into the night. In the background, I could see the ruins on Paros Island.
This seems like a quest where we're going to have to go to multiple locations to complete it. That's fun.
Persephone showed me a painted wall. Behind it, sirens.
Persephone.
Leda was trapped. Then, Demeter warned me in her motherly voice. You dare not approach, lest your ears pollute your mind.
Good advice from both you and Demeter. But what should I use?
You believe me? Here, take this. Beeswax.
If Lida is alive, I'll find her.
He's happy with that.
Flower Varnava, snap out.
Hello. Hello. Bang him. Can't bang him. Not unbangable. Unbangable. Look at this. Just like Greece. Just like the Greek mainland and the Greek islands. Perfect. You've not done a poem since English Lit GCSE. For Dallin, that is 9 or 10 years ago. Or 8 years ago, if you will. Okay. So the objective marker's still at him. Talk. There's not. Happy birthday. Dallin's birthday, Matthew. Dallin is 30 years young today. Okay. So we're going to see if we can prove that this man's vision is right. And we're going to some mythological locations. I'm not really sure where they are. What's this one over here? Is this the DLC? That's the DLC. We also have a DLC chapter that we can do because it was free on It was free from some promotion. I don't know why, but we did get the first chapter of the DLC. Is it this one? Prodigal Son's Return? Nope. Oh, look at this. Everyone's getting along. Everyone's getting along nicely. Paros. We're going to Paros. I'm going to go to Mykonos because this is where I went on holiday, and I'm going to go and look at the sites in Mykonos, and I'm going to tell you what I did in those sites. Some of it was drunk. There was one time when I saw an open Corona bottle at a lighthouse at like 3 in the afternoon. And I was like, this is either a full bottle of Corona opened, or someone has opened a bottle of Corona, drank all of it, and then pissed in the bottle and left it here. And it was 100% the second one. You can go to Mykonos in this, so we're going to do that now. So I'll show you where the piss bottle was. I'll show you where I got really fucked and danced with the drunk Turkish girl in a window. I'll show you that. It's all good. It's all good. Don't know if I told you this, Matthew. Met a girl from Botswana when I was in Mykonos. She was interesting. Never met anyone from Botswana. Never really met anyone from Africa. So that was cool. I didn't drink from the bottle of piss, but I did go up and sniff it. I sniffed the area around the Corona bottle to see if it was piss, and it was 100%. Someone filled an entire bottle of Corona with piss. So everyone, on today's tour of ancient Greece / modern Greece, so if we look at the map of Mykonos, Mykonos is much larger than this island, and so this was very misleading because this is what I took my perception of Mykonos to be. So I thought Mykonos was quite a small place. Turns out Mykonos not that big, but it's definitely bigger than this. It's about 11 miles across, which is, you know, a fair size for an island. It's not, you know, I can't imagine what this would be, but maybe say 1 mile across. So I stayed in the center of the island, which is a good bit further away from the main town of the island over here than you would expect from looking at this. A good sort of like 4 to 5 miles away. And the lady that we rented the villa off, she suggested that we rent a car, but neither I nor Curtis felt confident enough to drive a car on the other side of the road in a country where people are dangerous as fuck while driving. So we didn't do that, and we had to walk through some countryside to get a bus to anywhere we wanted to go. But it was very nice. It was very, very nice. The walk was good. It was very relaxing. There were goats, there were cats, there was a lot of wheat and stuff to look at. It was very nice. Lots of little white houses. It was beautiful. So I don't regret not renting a car. But if you want to go to Mykonos, probably should rent a car. Matthew, you don't drive at all, so this is probably going to be hard for you. Dallin, you already drive on the other side of the road, so you'll probably be fine. Okay. So over here, in reality, we have a lot of windmills. Here, devoid of windmills. No windmills. They didn't invent the windmill until the 15th century, I believe, so they would not have had any here at all. That makes a lot of sense. The town of Mykonos, Chera. I think Chera means town in Greek. So Mykonos town does not have a huge temple like this on top of a mountain, but it does have houses on top of a big hill. So I would say that's fairly accurate. Some might say that. We are one of the 4 countries in Europe to drive on the left side of the road, and the other ones are the Republic of Ireland, Cyprus, and Malta, because they are islands. Iceland, another island, drives on the right, so I don't know what they're doing there. Don't know why they're doing that. But so if we're looking here, there is an area in Mykonos called Little Venice. It's kind of around where I'm standing right now, but I don't know if it's going to be like this in real life. Matthew, you've been to Venice. You were there with me. You know all about Venice. In Greece, It does. It's fairly Venetian, I would say. You know, it's got water flowing beneath it. It's got little houses that are right up against the water. You know, very few gondolas. Lots smaller than actual Venice. But it's got Little Venice anyway. You know, I guess like, for example, like you would have Little Italy in New York City. You know, oh dear, look at this man. Chains, blood. I don't know if like it's because like I'm pretty drunk, but like the water is like flowing really slowly. There's a Little Venice in London. That's unusual. I've been to London, and I have not seen a Little Venice or Chinatown. Yes, for example. Where is that in London? Whereabouts is that? Yeah, I mean, all the time, like, I'm going to China, and then I'm like, oh fuck, it's Chinatown again. Chinatown once more. Ridiculous. I feel like we've passed where Little Venice is. I feel like we've passed it. There's a photo on my Instagram of Little Venice. You can check that out at instagram.com/great.scott.oa. I don't know the URL, but I would imagine something like that. Disappointing. I'm sure it was, because London doesn't strike me as Venice. So this is, I guess this is what Little Venice. It's canals, but it's kind of like, you know, like in Venice, the houses are just up against the water. It's kind of like that, you know. That is a shame. Yeah, it's a big shame. So here is the Little Venice in this particular game. There's some canals, you know, some little canals here. I can go to Delphi next. Also, I'll take you on my tour. I won't take you on the Athens tour because ancient Greek Athens did not have heroin, so it will not be alike in any way. Actually, maybe we will. Maybe we'll do it anyway. That'll be good. So this is Little Venice, right? So we've shown you this. Where I stayed will not exist. It's literally in the middle of the island, but it's probably 5 seconds away from where I'm standing, you know. I remember when I stayed out to 6 in the morning, I had to get a taxi back, and a man took me in a taxi, and he was not a taxi driver, and he said, oh, my son will take you back, he'll take you back. And I said, okay, cool. And I asked him how much it was, and he said €35. And I was like, but I did the same journey yesterday, and it was €30. Why has it gone up by 5? And he was like, but did you go at night? And I was like, no, I didn't go at night. And he's like, well, we're going at night now. And I was like, okay, well, apparently because of the time of day, you've put it up by €5. So that's interesting. That's an interesting way to conduct business. Okay, so we're going to go to Delphi. So here's Delphi, or Delphi, or if you want to pronounce it the way that it's spelled in Greek, Delphoi. But the actual town of Delphi is more like here in real life, which doesn't exist on this map. In ancient times, Delphi was just a religious center, which is where all of the archaeological sites are. So we stayed in Delphi over here in the actual town in a really nice hotel called the Hotel Parnassus. And as you can see, it's on the Great Mount Parnassus. Right, so that is why my hotel is probably called that, because we were on Mount Parnassus. Maybe that's real, maybe it's not, I don't know. But you'll walk down this little road, stunning views of these mountains over here. Valley of the Snake, probably not what it's called in real life, but you can see these mountains, you can see all this shit over here, class. You walk down this little hill, boom, walking down here. Let's go to this area, and you walk up lots of hills, zigzagging up hills. You go up further than this amphitheater is, and there's an athletics track up high on this mountain somewhere that you go to. It's the this amphitheater is only halfway up the entire thing, and there's a lot more to travel, so they haven't done that justice. You can leave here, go further down the mountain, down the road, and you can get to another temple, which I think is like the Shrine of Athena or something like that. So maybe this is representative of that, but There we go. Okay, let's go to Delphi. Let's see what that looks like in the game. The hotel service people threw away my pizza! Oh god, that is a shame. That's a real shame. What type of pizza was it? What type of pizza was that? But look at you now, you're learning so much about Greece, so you should be happy with that. That's a good pizza though, that's a shame. Room service people can go fuck. They've walked in on you. They're throwing away the pizza. Honest to God. So, we're in Delphi. Christ, I just threw it out there by accident. Okay. So, Matthew Dallin's on a work trip to Winnipeg. just so you know where Dallin is, and also the third mysterious watcher. I like to think that the mysterious watcher is someone from my past that's just keeping tabs on me. I like to think that that's who they are. They don't say anything, but they're watching. I'll tell you, in real life, so I would assume this is where like the road is. This is where the main road would be, just right beside the archaeological site. And this is much higher in real life. This is quite small here. Like this doesn't look very high at all. But in real life, this is like, I don't know. I would imagine we're probably 100 meters up in reality. You know, like pretty high up. He's not having much luck at all. So this is really high up. I can send you the photos. I can send you any photos you want. Right. So down there is where the other archaeological site is. It's a fair walk to that as well, in fucking roasting weather. And I tell you, it wouldn't be fucking raining in Greece. I scared them away. They're gone. Oh, if you leave her to stand for a little second, the eagle lands on her. That's cool. That's weird that I've played almost 100 hours of this and I haven't done that before. But yeah, I'll tell you, very, very high up. Okay. Also, I used my student card to get into the archaeological site in Delphi, and Curtis wasn't happy because Curtis had to pay €12 and I paid $0 to get in. But I was very gracious and I gave him €6. So then it was like we both got in half price, basically. Or he got in half price and I got in for €6. So, you know what? Don't say that I don't do anything for my friends, because I didn't have to do that, and he got a bargain. So there you go. There you go. That was kind. That was very kind. Thank you. I don't think I get enough credit for that. I don't think I get enough credit for lots of things that I do, but that is one thing that I should get credit for. Okay, so you walk up this way. Obviously, in real life, it's a lot more rocky. There's a lot more steps, and it's 100% a lot harder than this. You would not... I find it very hard to believe that Greek people have ever seen rain, because it's fucking roasting in Greece. It's ungodly hot there. Mykonos not so bad because it's beside the ocean. Not the ocean, the Aegean Sea. But Delphi certainly, because it's on mountains. Really hot. Really hot. So this is the Temple of Apollo. Doesn't really exist in real life. There's probably like 6 to 8 pillars left, and there's certainly no central section or floor. But it's pretty impressive anyway. I like that one. So we go up further here. It is a small ocean. I know. Who designed these words that we use these days? I don't know. I don't know who used them or designed them. So this is an amphitheater. This is where people would have viewed theater. There's just a little torch just on fire there. There's another one. This is where people would have done the theater. They would have worn their masks and such. It only would have been men. Cassandra would not have been on the stage here. So that's interesting. If you go further up here, so you can stand up here, you can look at the theater. I would say in real life the theater's bigger as well. It looks a lot bigger. It looks a lot steeper than this one. And as I said before, the entire Delphi complex goes on much further up that way. And there was an amphitheater as well. Not an amphitheater. What would you call it? Hippodrome. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a hippodrome where they would have done chariot racing and stuff like that further up. But perhaps that was invented at a later time than this game takes place. And this game takes place in the... I'm trying to think of the way that the centuries work in the BC times. Is it the 3rd century or is it the 5th century? It's in the 400s. Matthew, you do a quick Google there and you let me know. Like 435 BC. Is that the 3rd century or the 5th century? Okay. They will take your arms off. Right. So we've done that. That's another place that I went to on my trip. And then we'll go to Athens. There will be no heroin needles here. Because heroin did not exist in these days. I also went here. So I stayed in the center. Okay, well, that's alright. If you were to guess, what would you say? Just give me a guess. So I was here in Athens. So if the Acropolis is here, I stayed probably like here. You know, a good 15-minute walk from the Acropolis. You'd say 5th century, Dylan? Okay. Okay, and then I also went here on a trip to the port of Piraeus, and the port of Piraeus is a shithole. Like Athens itself is a pretty bad shithole, but the port of Piraeus is, you know, Japan. Matthew, you've been there. People wear the masks, but you don't really need to wear the masks in Japan because the air is really not that bad. I guess in Japan it's more to do with like the cold and stuff. They don't want to spread their bacteria or viruses to other people with any diseases that they've got. But in Piraeus, you could really do with a mask. The fumes from like all the ships and stuff is ridiculous. It's ungodly. .431, that's when the game is set. 431. In the Peloponnesian War. Here we are, Athens. An unrealistic representation of Athens also, because Athens is fucking hot as fuck. So we have the Acropolis. Over in that direction would be the Mount Lycabettus, which is another mountain in Athens, which doesn't really exist in this game. And the city stretches, see those mountains in the distance? It will be covering that, but that would be like 20 miles in the distance. So, really big city. Not as big in the game. Loads, you're getting a great tour of this. You're getting a great tour of this place. Okay. So, here we are. We're at the Acropolis. One of Athens' greatest sights, and perhaps its only great sight, because a lot of it is just full of poverty. And full of poverty, full of heroin needles, full of addicts, full of scary people that look like they want to rob you. So yes, I stayed over this direction. What am I going to show you? Oh yeah, I can show you the place where I got drunk 3 or 4 times. I can show you that. So, I had a really great time in Athens because they have an amazing viewpoint. And you can just go there, just get a few tins of beer from the shop, come up here, sit, have a really nice time, and just look at the entire skyline. I'll show you where I took a piss on a rock. I'll show you. So, all of these temples do not exist, first of all. So, I would say this is like where you can see the Acropolis, and this is where the steps go up. And I would imagine these are the rocks that I sat upon. More or less. Areopagus. So I would imagine more or less these are where they were. I'm just gonna kill that guy. And this is like just like in real life when I stabbed a guard and killed him. And took his money and stuff. I did that in real life too. And then I cracked open a couple of alpha beers and had those. So I would imagine it's probably actually less distance away than this. They've obviously made it quite grand here with the steps going up. Like there's, you know, like you would go on a pilgrimage to the Acropolis, and they've made it very nice. But it's probably closer. It's probably like where that first temple is, like right there, directly like in her eye line. It's probably there, but there's a big rock that kind of looks like this hill, and you can see the entire skyline of Athens. It's really impressive, and like I took a lot of pisses. Not here. I went over, see, like in that direction where she's facing. There's kind of like a forest area, and I took a lot of pisses there, and it was kind of like Friday the 13th. You know, it was kind of like, oh god, like someone is gonna come up behind me and stab me with a machete. There's a lot of cicadas, but I took a lot of pisses over there because you drink here, and you know, Dallin, you don't know this, but when you drink, you go to the bathroom a lot. You know, you go to the bathroom a fuck ton, and they don't have any public bathrooms there, so like your only option is to go into the forest and piss. So this is pretty much it. Obviously, the Acropolis is like well lit up. You have the entire skyline of Athens that you can see. It's a really good spot to just have a lot of beers. And I'm actually I feel a bit bad that on my last few days there I had to get up early, so I didn't really get to experience the full tomfoolery of the big rock where we sat and had beers. You know, like the past few I had to just like have 1 or 2, but there were other nights where I had, you know, 4 or 5 up there plus a carafe of wine at dinner. That was all good. That was really nice. Probably the highlight of Athens for sure is being on a rock such as this overlooking the city. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go and do actual quests. Let's go and do quests. I can't remember the one that I just accepted. Let's see. So is this one. So we're going to Kos, Anafi, and Paros. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's go. Kos that's chaos. Kos is this one. Okay, we're gonna go to there. I'm gonna go to this viewpoint also when I arrive there. Let's go. Boom. We're on our way. We're actually gonna do some gameplay now. I wish I had a pizza. I'll say that. I wish I had a pizza right now. I'm watching Lauren down on ice right now. She gave up halfway through. They can't do it. They can't down them. They're not doing it.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Lemon zest on your throat.
That lemony zest on your throat.
It's so cold.
That's class. That is fucking class. Oh dear. I love that. I love that a lot. I think that's great. Oh yeah, absolutely. Get her a Molson Canadian. I like a wee Molson Canadian. It's good to get a wee 4-pack of them and just down them in 10 minutes. Get you nice and warmed up for the night. They have at home where they have the ice hockey. They have a bar. I heard recently that the bar might be gone. Perhaps Matthew can confirm this. Perhaps you saw it on social media, but it might be it. They might have closed down the Canadian hockey bar that they had where the hockey is, and they used to have Molson Canadian on tap there, which was nice. Is it? Are you sure? Is that not? For my entire life, I've been led to believe that that's from the Rockies in America. So. Jean-Claude, what's his name? Sorry. Jean-Claude Van Damme, not Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude Van Damme has been selling us that beer for a good while, and he seems to think it's from the Rockies. Which, of course, could be part of Canada as well. I'm not 100% familiar. But it could be. Okay. But where is it made though? Where's the brewery? Where's the Coors Light brewery? What's the brewery in Lytton? It might be Corona. Good quote there. Good quote. There we go. Stefania's Retreat. Very nice. That was beautiful. That was very beautiful. Okay. Icaros.
This is it.
That's it. Reach the Sirens Tomb. We're gonna go to the Sirens Tomb. Oh, the third mysterious stranger is back. Someone from my past. They've returned and they're watching. Tomb of Polybotes. Of course, let's go. Oh, I can smash it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say, for my own personal head canon, I'm gonna just pretend that it's from Colorado forever, because that's what I've always thought.
Are there actual sirens here? I should put the beeswax in my ears just in case.
Are there going to be sirens here? I wonder. That guy looks like he's alive. Oh, he is alive. What have I set him on fire? Not alive now, are you? Oh god. Right, there we go. That's how you do it. Dead. Not often you fight people in these caves. Should just say that. In the main game, they're usually sort of like puzzle areas. Dead. Are these the sirens that I've heard so much about? Oh, 4 now. 4. 2 mysterious strangers from my past are watching me. That's nice. Oh, 5. 5. We're on. That's it. That's it. That's us going. That's us going. Front page of Twitch, no doubt. Thanks everyone for joining me. I'm just enjoying a lovely Prosecco. Where's this Prosecco from? It's from Italy. I'll say that. The Prosecco's from Italy, so. And it's delicious. It's delicious. Welcome to the big leagues. Thanks very much, Matthew. I'll be a Twitch partner in no time. I'm not even on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. But, you know, Twitch partner. Could be. Could happen. Could happen. Welcome, guys. It's a party in here. It's a party. I've had, you know, a good amount of drinks. We're playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Relaxing. Enjoying the atmosphere. Greece is where it's at tonight. Oh, we've lost 2 viewers. Don't draw attention to the fact that you have viewers.
Don't hurt us.
I'm not going to hurt you. I will free you. What are you doing here?
My whole life I heard tales of the siren song. A sound so sweet, men would gladly die to hear it. You have no idea how dull life is for a fisherman with a love of poetry and music.
This is what my life is.
Here.
I didn't know this is what I would find. By the time I realized there was no escape.
What do you know about this Aulos?
Found this Avlos.
Avlos?
That one was special. They stole it from the woman who escaped. But that was a long time ago.
Who are these
This
women?
tomb is full of bloodthirsty women. Who are they?
Just like everywhere else, right? Bloodthirsty women, am I right?
Drink it.
Just like everywhere.
They scream into the night. I'm so tired, but I never sleep. Please save me.
So, what are you doing here?
My whole life I heard tales of the siren song. A sound so sweet, men would gladly die to hear it. You have no idea how dull life is for a fisherman with a love of poetry.
He already said that. He said that on the other fucking option. Look at this.
I found this.
That one was special.
This tomb is.
No one speak.
You
Son of a
can't
bitch.
stay here. Join my crew. A man named Fernandez will bring.
We rescued that guy there. There we go. Nice. He's got a nice life now. He's joining a crew on a ship for doing fucking nothing. Level 65. Nice. It's no life down in the tomb, is it? It's no life down here. It's no life. Right, where are we going next? Paros? Where's Paros? There it is. Okay. Athena's watch. Let's go. Okay, everyone. Here we are on another Greek island. Ready? Oh, there we go. Hey, that would 100% kill a human. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to play something new. I want to play something like, you know, I want a bit of snap. I want a bit of snap to this stream. You know what I mean. I want something like with a bit of va-va-voom, right? Something that's gonna surprise me. You know, but the problem is the download speeds. It's gonna take ages. Okay, let's see what we've got. What time are we on? We're on 11:48 p.m. Okay. You know, just I'm not like, I love this game, but I'm not feeling the pizzazz that I felt with Little Nightmares. It's just me talking a load of fucking balls, honestly. We want the game to speak for itself, you know. We want it to speak for itself. So let's go into the PS Plus area, and we'll see which horror games have been given to me on PS Plus. Okay, my PS Plus games. Let's have a look. Right, which horror games are here? So we do have Friday the 13th. Let's stick it on the download queue. We have that. What's Claire? Claire Extended Cut. That looks like a horror game. Stick it on the download queue. Okay. Of course, they've got Knack. Great. Biggest horror game of them all. God, the PS Plus games have been shite for like this year's been okay, but I've played them via PS Plus, or I've already played them before that. But a lot of them have been pretty shit. Like, Jesus. And I knew that The Last of Us had already been a thing ages ago, and they reused it. There's Soma there. I started that one a while ago. Zombie. I don't really want to play that one again. There's Outlast, of course, the old classic Outlast. Alright. Like, how long are we talking for these games to download? So for a 732 megabytes game, we're talking 34 minutes, and for a 12 gigabyte game, we're talking 13 hours, which we do not have. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Transcendence. No, it's gonna take too long for the games to download. Right, so I want to thank you very much for tuning into this great stream that we've been having. But it might be time to close it up and go to bed. Not go to bed, but I'll take a little break for a while. Maybe I'll play something else on my own. Maybe I'll watch a movie or something before bed. But yeah. Thanks very much, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. And yeah, see you later. Bye.